Hi guys, and welcome to 20 minutes of hips and hamstrings. This is a sequence dedicated to your lower body to help stretch you out, open it up, regain some flexibility, maybe from tightness from activity you've been doing, but also to kind of explore areas where you just might hold general tightness in your body. Let's go ahead and start in child's pose. Bring yourself on down to the ground. And then exhale, we're going to bring our toes together, knees apart. Sink your hips back to your heels, arms forward, forehead lowers. Start to feel your bottom sink back toward your heels as you elongate through your arms. And start to breathe in and out slowly as we feel the breath move into the upper back. And then exhale the breath out of the body as we feel it deflate back down to the earth. Good. Start to notice sensations here that serve you, sensations that may not feel the best. And then exhale, just feel the energy here slow down. So we're going to feel lots of sensations arrive when we stretch larger, bigger muscle areas. Maybe even an emotional connection to the practice. On your next breath, let's take our eyes forward. So nice long spine as you look forward for me. Exhale, rise up to tabletop. Good. I want you to very slowly just kind of pick up one knee, draw a circle in a few directions. So maybe clockwise, counterclockwise. And then you're going to do the same action on the other side. Hip circles. So I drew about 2 to the right, and then I'll draw 2 to the left. Good. Exhale, pause. You're going to tuck your toes. We're going to walk our hands towards our knees. You might need your blocks here. So if you have blocks, feel free to put your hands on your blocks. I'm going to use my fingertips. I'm going to push back into the balls of my feet. I'm going to push my knees apart from each other as I elongate through my spine forward. You might be more upright, or maybe you're on your blocks and you're walking your hands out in front of you. Good. Start to feel the bottoms of your feet. Get closer to the ground, so reaching your heels down as you reach your heart forward. Good. Take another full breath in. Exhale, put your knees back down on the mat. Good. Walk your hands forward now. Extend your legs back. Pause in high plank. Elongate the spine. Reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, lift your hips to down dog. And then we're going to bend a knee, so watch my feet. I'm going to drop my left heel all the way down, and then I'm going to bring my right foot in a little bit, and I'm just going to stretch back and down through the heel of my left foot. My left calf muscle, soleus, hamstrings. 3, 2, exhale, switch. So now I'm going to plug my right heel bone down, step my left foot in. You know what's good right now is that my hips and my hamstrings are pretty sore from a very long run I did yesterday. So hopefully I'm hitting those areas that you're trying to open too. Good. Exhale, you're going to take a short down dog, which means your shoulders are going to be closer to your wrists than normal. So you're going to separate your feet wide, and then I want you to try to take both of your heels, push them down, and then try to push back through your ribs. So you're really trying to ground down into your palms. I invite you to lengthen your butt up to the sky. You're here for 3, 2. Good. Exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Find your feet. Glide your hands up your shins. Here's your half lift, so long gaze forward for me. Exhale, forward fold. Release your head down. Good. Turn your toes out, 10 and 2. You might need your block under your butt, and you're going to push your knees apart as your hands come to heart center. And I want you to try to drop your tailbone down towards the ground here. Find length in your spine as you press your knees apart. Reach your heart forward. Feel the energy of your tailbone getting closer to the earth for 3, 2. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Standing forward fold, butt up. Good. Exhale, lower your head. Grab opposite elbow, sway right and left. This should help open up your low back and hamstrings here. And as I move the weight a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, kind of feeling maybe one heel pop up, I notice the deeper stretch as I do that. Good. Release your hands down, bone by bone, roll up to stand. Take your time. Good. We're going to inhale, bring both of our arms up into the air. So take a nice big stretch. And then gather your feet to heart center as you pull your hands to your heart. Press your feet down into the ground. Good. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how your body's feeling just from a little bit of movement. I already can feel the heat in my hip flexors and my legs. Release your hands by your side. Separate your feet nice and wide on the mat. So I'm going to turn to the long edge, which you're welcome to do that too. Inhale your hands to your low back. Lean back. Elevate your heart to the sky. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down towards the earth. Use your blocks if you need to, or lower them down. Exhale, let your head fall. Good. Sway right and left. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and halfway lift your spine. Now we're going to bend into a one knee. You might need your blocks here, or sink down with me into Skandasana. So we're going to straighten through the opposite leg. The left heel, which is my knee that's bent, might be up. You might be on the other side, and that's fine. And now you can always put a block underneath your heel, even underneath your hamstring for support, or no block, obviously, is totally fine. And then maybe you drop that left heel, or whichever knee is bent, all the way down to the ground, and you pause here. So I'm asking you to hold more of like an isometric kind of pose today, meaning we're not creating dynamic movement. Instead, we're getting into the stretch, we're pausing, and we're breathing. Take one more long breath in with me. Exhale from wherever you are. We go into a wide-legged forward fold. So pivot. Exhale, drop your head. Good. Inhale, elongate the spine, gaze forward. Now spin your opposite toes out, sink down. Good. Reach your toes up. Again, my heel might be up if that's more comfortable on the bottoms of your feet, or if you have room, maybe the heel drops. And I can feel that stretch in my ankle and my shin. And then you just breathe. And you're going to notice the more you practice this type of pose, which in yoga is called Skandasana, or it might be just considered a deep side lunge, is another great name for it. A lateral lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down. Raise your tailbone up for me. Keep your hands on blocks if you need them, or grab your ankles, and I invite you to pull your chest into your thighs as you reach your bottom up towards the sky. So really try to feel that energy hug in for 3. Keep lifting up through your tailbone for 2. Let your head turn left to right. And then exhale, soft knees, bone by bone. Stand up. Take your time. Good. Exhale to the top of your yoga mat. Inhale, let's take our arms up high, lean back. Exhale, let's fold forward together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, left foot steps back. Left knee lowers down to the ground. Use your blocks under your hands or just your fingertips and try to pull your chest through. So you should feel the back left hip flexor, quad muscle, psoas. And just breathe into your hips. 3, 2, Ardha Hanamanasana, half split. 1. Walk your right foot forward, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And then exhale, pull the hips back with me. Notice I stop my glutes right over my bottom knee. And then I reach my heart forward, hands on blocks or maybe flat palms if you have room. Exhale, drape your chest over your front leg. Now, if you want, you can take the front toes, watch my foot. I try to push down, so plantar flexion. Or dorsal flexion, I try to pull back, toes to shin. And you'll feel anterior, posterior tibialis, as well as stretching in the bottom and top of the foot. One more breath here. Exhale, slide the heel back towards you about 3 inches. And now re-bend your knee. Good. Heel toe the right foot over to the right. So now that both your hands are inside of your foot, and you've slightly turned your foot out to the side. Your hips are sinking forward. You're starting to create a little bit more space in the body. Maybe the left forearm comes down, maybe the right. Maybe your forearms are on your blocks or even a big old pillow, so it's a little bit more restorative, more relaxed, more yin. This is definitely a more yin sequence-based practice versus yang, meaning it's a little bit more relaxing, a little bit longer holds, heart rate is down. Exhale as you straighten your arms. If you're not already there, bring your heart forward. We're going to take a simple step with our right foot back so that our knees are parallel. Good. Ground your palms. Give me one cow, so stick out the bum, reach the heart forward. Exhale, give me a cat. Tuck your chin. Good. Tuck your toes under, please. Raise your hips up and back. Exhale, look at your toes. Now you may have arrived here with a little bit more room, or it might feel very similar to the first time, so just breathe into your body. And I want you to raise your right leg way up into the air. So reach your foot up, maybe point and flex your foot, draw some ankle circles. Stretch your leg up a little bit more. Exhale, step forward. Now you can either get halfway there and help it out by taking your hand behind your calf muscle, bringing it through, or just take a big step. Good. Now go ahead and slowly step your left foot up about halfway to your right foot. Turn your left toes out. Pull your front leg straight and bring your hands up to your hips. So you're going to meet me here in standing. Your pelvis is facing forward. Don't let it externally rotate to the left. Interlace your fingers behind your tailbone if you have room to do that, and slide them down your tailbone as you back bend. Good. Exhale. Keep the right knee slightly soft, but don't bend it on purpose. Hinge forward. And as you bow over the leg, maybe you stay here, let your head fall, or maybe you let your arms join the party. And as you look back at your left foot, which is the anchored heel behind you, relax your jaw, your head, your neck, and your shoulders for 3, 2, exhale, bring your hands to your low back and then all the way down to the ground. Good. Fold over the right shin. 3. Pyramid pose. 2. Exhale, left foot steps up and let it meet your right foot. Glide your hands up your shins for a half lift. Exhale, take a nice deep fold. Try to tuck your chin into the bottom, lift up through your tailbone. Feel the stretch in those hamstrings. And then bone by bone, we rise to stand. Take your arms up on your inhale. Good. Exhale, fold forward with me. Breath in, halfway lift. Right foot steps back, exhale. Have your blocks handy if you know that you need them. Use them now on either side of your left foot, or just join me with your hands on either side of your foot. The top of your back foot is down, your heart is moving forward. Your right hamstring, your right quad, psoas and hip flexor are stretching. You're slowing down your breath. Maybe it's super intense, or maybe you're ready for a deeper stretch. So you can even tuck your back toes under, glide the knee back some if you need that. Now, I'm going to walk my hands back. We're going to walk our left foot forward, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. And I want you to straighten your left leg. Foot is in dorsal flexion, meaning it's flexed. Toes are pulling back to your shin. And then your job is to walk your hands out. Your hip is going to want to naturally push to the left. So try to keep it behind you so that you can feel centered and fold over this left leg. Just like before, maybe we point the toes and push the foot to flat. On this side, I can get all 5 of my toes all the way down. And on the other side, I'm not sure if you noticed, it was much harder, so you might notice that for yourself too. Good. Deepen your fold. 3, 2. One more breath here. Keep your toes elevated if you want to, or push your foot to flat. And then as you walk your hands closer, you're going to slide your heel back. We're going to all rebend our knee. Good. Heel toe your foot over to the left for me. So your hands are inside of your foot. Slightly turn your left toes out. Variation of a runner's lunge or lizard pose. Right palm goes down, or forearm. Maybe the left also joins. This is if you have room, and you might not have room, and that's okay. Maybe you have a big pillow beneath you or some blocks because you want to get a little bit lower, but you're not ready to go fully down to the earth yet. Take 2 more deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And then if you're down here with me on your forearms, we're going to press ourselves back to an upright position. Inhale. Good. Exhale very simply. Take this foot and then bring it back to meet your right foot. Ground your palms. Inhale, 1 cow. Exhale, 1 cat. Tuck your toes now. Raise your bottom up. Look at your toes. Exhale, press back with your heart. Inhale, left leg. Reach it up high. Lengthen, stretch, point, flex, draw circles. 1 more full breath. Notice my head is completely hanging as I look up. Exhale, step forward. Now, step your right foot up and slightly over to the right. Anchor your heels. Push through your feet, stand up. We're going to find pyramid pose together. So take your arms up, make a circle. Interlace your fingers at the base of the tailbone and then try to slide them a little bit further down as you back bend. Make sure your right hip is slightly pulling forward because like before, it's going to want to pull to the side. And then exhale, fold over the slightly bent left knee. If you're more comfortable, you can look down at your left toes in front of you or start to draw your chin to your chest. Look back at your right foot. 3. Your hands are going to stay where they are for another 2. And then I invite you to release your hands down to the mat. Exhale, fold over your left leg. 3. Really breathe into this left hamstring. 2. Exhale to your fingertip pad, step forward, right foot meets the left foot. Inhale, go ahead and glide your hands up your shins. Pause here in your flat back. And then I want you to stay here and I want you to reach your arms forward, up, and come all the way to standing. Good. 1 more big breath. Exhale, bow forward. Now, all you're going to do is spin your toes out 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, but keep your feet close together, so don't widen the feet. Exhale, raise the heels, sink down. You were here in the beginning of practice. We did it at the back of our mat, though. Maybe from this pose, you can start to bow down. Maybe you elongate and you walk your hands forward. Breathe into your hips, breathe into your low back. 3, 2, exhale. You're going to walk your hands behind you. Maybe this is too much. Drop your heels and then try to drop your butt. Give your legs a big squeeze as you round forward, puffing up your back. And then exhale, we're going to scooch forward and we're just going to lay down onto our backs for a moment. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Keep your right leg, lay your left leg long on the earth. Exhale, right leg goes straight, gently pull it towards you. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, hug your knee back and switch. Left knee comes into chest, right leg lays long. And then push the left foot to the sky. 3. Good. Keeping those joints mobile, our body open. Not aggressive movement, but just enough where hopefully your body feels better. Exhale, left knee to chest. Right knee is going to join for a nice, yummy, happy baby. So pull your knees to your armpits. If you can't grab your feet, You can hold your calf muscles. Otherwise, reach for the sides of your feet. Pull your knees apart and then give me that rock. Left to right as we massage the low back, which is our lumbar spine. So this is called sacral rocking as we rock on that area left to right, but also obviously happy baby holding those feet. Good. Exhale, release. Rock up to seated, big rock. Good. Bound angle pose to close, so scooch back. Feet together, knees apart, sit up straight, and then exhale, round forward. Good. Send those knees apart from each other. Bring your heart over your body for 3, 2, and 1. Shift forward to your hands and your knees. Good. I want you to exhale. Bring your knees together, your feet together, and then try to go to child's pose. Exhale, breathe out. This is where you started, but now we're really tight. We're in this little ball. Good. Take another full breath in. Exhale to breathe out. Roll up so you're seated on your heels. This may or may not be available to you. Hands to heart center. Thank yourself for trying out maybe some new stretches or for giving back to your body through this form of sequencing. As we bow forward, namaste. Thank you for practicing. If you'd like to stay and take a long shavasana, you're welcome to. Otherwise, nice work, and I hope your hips and hamstrings feel better. Thanks, everyone.